Even now, hints of a luminous truth can, like stars, arise in the mind, moon splendors of ignorance. Even now, the deathless lover's touch we feel. In the chamber door is even a little ajar. What then can hinder God from stealing in, or who forbade his kiss on the sleeping soul? Even now, hints of luminous truth are there. How many of us see these hints, receive these hints? This girl of hardly 18 years old, she sees even now that there are hints of luminous truth entering here. And we stupid people don't even know that, you see. See, how does she know? Even now, hints of a luminous truth. She has faculties of cognition which are developed, and she sees those things happening and working here. As early as 1914, 25th September 1914, the mother saw already a new light shall break upon the earth, a new world shall be born and all that. 1914. Already she has seen that thing. She is yet to do the whole yoga. And then later on, of course, on 29th February 1956, she says, a new light breaks upon the earth. Shall break has broken. She already knew a new light shall break, a luminous truth. The hints she has already received from the Supreme. She was alert already in that decision. Arise in mind, moon splendor of ignorance. Even now, she is confronting death, but still she says, this is bound to happen. Or who forbade his kiss on the sleeping soul? Already, God is near. The truth is close. 1914, you see. But it has happened in 1956. Because the dark atheist body knows him not, must the sage deny the light, desire his soul. The whole problem is this. The whole problem is here. Because the dark atheist body, atheist, who does not recognize the presence of God in things, him I will call atheist. The body does not recognize the presence of God in it. Therefore, the body is an atheist body. Body has not yet opened itself to God. It does not see God at all present there. Therefore, it is atheist. Not enough tapas has been done in the physical to see the presence of God in body. Not yoga has been done in the physical cells that it can sense the presence of God in the physical. Therefore, it is atheist. Now it is to break this atheism of the body that the mother was constantly engaged with the work of physical transformation, opening out the physical cells slowly to the supreme light and force, is making the atheist body a theist body. Once that becomes a theist body, when it recognizes the presence of God in it, then it is God who works fully in it. So the yoga of theism of body is what the mother was engaged with during the last 15 years. After 1956, so to say. But she already had that knowledge at at the age of 18. Savitri is talking to Yama is at the age of 18. You see, she already had that knowledge. Must the sage deny the light, the seer his soul? I am not bound by thought or sense or shape. I live in the glory of the infinite. I am near to the nameless and the unknowable. Nameless and the unknowable. The ineffable is now my household maid. My God, you see. What an assertion. What power, you see. Nameless and now unknowable, beyond the knowable, beyond the unknown is the unknowable, which is not manifest. That is the unknowable. What has not come out into manifestation, that is the unknowable. So Savitri's station, Savitri's origin shows is that unknowable. She is coming here from that unknowable, you see. I am near to the nameless and the unknowable. I am near. She is coming from the unknowable, but now because she has taken a mortal form, she asserts that I am near the unknowable. Going back to the unknowable. The ineffable is now my household maid. But standing on the eternity's luminous brink, I had discovered that the world was He. I had discovered that the world was He. I have met spirit with spirit, self with self, but I had loved too the body of my God. I had discovered that the world was He. When did she discover that the world is He? She is asserting here, I had discovered that the world was He. When did she discover that? She discovered in 1914. Again, I had discovered that the world was He. I have met spirit with spirit, self with self. But I had loved too the body of my God. I had discovered that the world was He. Madam, when? 20 May 1914, from the height of the summit, which is the identification of thy divine infinite love, thou didst turn my eyes to this complex body, which has to serve thee as thy instrument. She has already discovered in 1914. This body has to serve as his instrument, and thou didst tell me it is myself. Dost thou not see my light shining in it? And indeed, I saw thy divine love, clothed in intelligence, then in strength, constituting his body in his smallest cell, and shining so brightly in it that it was nothing but a combination of millions of radiant sparks, all manifesting that they were thyself. See what realization already there. And now all darkness has disappeared, and thou alone livest in different worlds, in different forms, but with an identical life, immutable and eternal. This divine world, you see, she has already that realization, divine world of thy immutable domain of pure love and invisible unity must be brought into close communion with the divine world of all the other domains, even on the earthly, on the terrestrial, right down to the most material in which thou art the center of center and very constitution of each atom, to establish a bond of perfect consciousness between all the successive divine worlds is the only way to live constantly, invariably in Thee, accomplishing integrally the mission Thou hast entrusted to the entire being in all its states of consciousness and all its modes of activity. O my sweet Master, Thou hast caused a new veil to be rent, another veil of my ignorance, and Thou living my bliss place in Thy eternal heart. I am at the same time in the imperceptible but infinite heart of each of the atoms constituting my body. See what relation already. 20 May 1914, you see, 1914. Strengthen this complete and perfect consciousness. Make me enter into all the details of perfection and grant that without leaving Thee for a single moment, I may constantly move up and down this infinite ladder according to the necessity of the work Thou hast prescribed for me. I am Thine. I am in Thee, Thyself, in the plenitude of eternal bliss. She already had that realization. I have discovered that the world was He. She has already that realization. If she already had that realization, then what was she doing after that is 40? She was busy with this. That I may constantly move up and down this infinite ladder according to the necessity of the work Thou hast prescribed for me. That is what she was doing after 20 May 1914. She had the realization. What was she busy? What was her yoga? She summarized the whole thing at once. This is a very powerful line. I had discovered that the world was He. One example is here, recorded 20 May 1914. She has recorded it. Maybe it happened much earlier than that. We don't know. Easy. But it has to be perhaps in 1914, after 29th March 1914, after meeting Srivendu. Because the work is prescribed there, that I can move up and down the ladder. I have met spirit with spirit, self with self, but I have loved too the body of my God. So that is what she was busy with. The atheist body has to become the theist body. Atapta tanu, that is what the Vedic phrase says. The vessel which has not been properly baked, a vessel in which yoga has not been done, it is in that vessel the yoga has to be done. I have loved to the body of my God. Now she has done this thing, I have loved to the body of my God. When? In the presence of death. It is death who has compelled her to do that, to make the body a chaste body. It is death's contribution to the yoga of Savitri. Life alone until now was my concern, but that did not serve the full purpose. That I have loved to the body of my God. I have pursued Him in His earthly form, pursued Him, God, in His earthly form, in the physical. Now, Here we got world was he, him, God. Whether this H should be capital or not, it is understood. It is referring to God. It is used as a pronoun, not in the name of as a specific thing. I have pursued him in his earthly form. A lonely freedom cannot satisfy a heart that was grown one with every heart. I am a deputy of the aspiring world. Now she is revealing who she is. She, the delegate, she has said, I have been sent by God, we have been sent by God, we already seen that. My spirit's liberty, I ask for all. I don't need liberty for myself because it's always free. But whatever I want is for man, for the world, for all. I have taken this form for that purpose. So that is the answer Savitri makes to death. But death has still to argue.